What's up? It's your boy Jay Witt, and I'm back with another YouTube video. Honestly, I have no specific topic today, so we're just gonna go another rant. First off, let's talk about why no one talks about how rappers have writer's block, how content creators have like a creative block. Like, it's certain times where you can't think of what you want to do. Like, randomly, I'll just be sitting here and I'll just be like, I want to do something and I want to be consistent. I just don't know what to do. But even with me not knowing what to do, is like, hey, I'm going to be consistent either way it goes. But it's just something that people really don't talk about, you know? Okay, how do y'all feel about going on trips with friends and family? Like, I would love to have like a cabin trip or just like, you know, like a trip of town with my friends. But I've realized people are full of shit. Like, people will go with what you're saying the whole time for like days, weeks, months, right? And when it's time to actually pay for the trip, oh, I forgot about that. You just posted on your story last week. Oh, I forgot about that. Bitch, you just brought it up in the group chat. Or they'll just be like, yeah, I don't know. What about tomorrow? Tomorrow comes. Oh, what about tomorrow? Tomorrow comes. Oh, what about tomorrow? Damn, bitch. Just say you can't go. Say you don't want to go. You know, y'all, it was a whole year I was supposed to go on a trip with my friends, and every time it was time to go, it was something. Which is why I did end up going ahead and taking that solo trip. But it's just like, why lie about it? Like, just be honest. I'm the type of person, you can just be real, you can just be 100% honest with me. You ain't got a lot of me. Don't got a lot of me, Sade. I promise you that. I feel like, be real, be honest. When you honest and you genuine, it's way easier to accept versus when you lying. Because when you lying, it's gonna make me think, what else could you be lying about, you know? Another thing is, what is it with people always wanting to go be under the influence? You don't never want to do nothing sober? I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I used to smoke, so I'm not gonna just say like, oh, I've never done it. But yeah, I definitely smoke, but I've you know, I don't smoke anymore. But even when I was like smoking, it was still just like, damn, you can't have 5 seconds of being sober. Like, you don't want to go to the water park, that's fun. We can't go go-karting, we can't go skating, zip lining. Even if we can't go out of town, we can't do none of those things. For example, I want to go helicopter riding, right? I couldn't find nobody to go with. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna end up going by myself. I'm gonna take my little brother with. But it's just like, dang, sometimes I want to go with my friends. And I do have friends that'll be down for it. It's just that our schedules never line up. When you and your friends actually both have a life, like, your schedules never really line up. It'll be weeks or months before y'all can even go ahead and plan something. I have friends like I haven't seen in probably a year, and we'll talk here and there. We might talk every 3 months, but we talk like we never stop talking. Like, that bond is forever glued, you know? And that's how a real friendship should be. You know, one thing that I have noticed in life though is that people are scared to experience new things. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely used to be too, but I've learned that new experiences open new doors. And when you open new doors, you open ways for communication and networking. Like, many people don't know this, but when I was in high school, I actually did golf. And I'm not gonna lie, on the golf course, y'all, that is where the biggest networking happens when you're talking about making multi-million-dollar deals. The golf course is where you need to go. Anybody who tries to downplay me or talk down on me, you wish you were in my shoes. I seen a quote on Instagram and it said, never take criticism from somebody that you wouldn't take advice from. And that is one of the best pieces of advice that I have ever saw. It makes a lot of sense. Okay, how do y'all feel about love? Y'all, love is one of those topics that I don't really get into. Love is a scary thing. Love is one of the biggest enemies right under greed and money. Let's talk about money first. Money is really the root of all evil. People do things for money you would never expect certain people to do. I've seen people betray their own friends, set their own people up. I've seen people cheat, lie, manipulate. But besides from money, love. Love is how the devil manipulates. Think about it. Love is truly blind. Let's start there. Because you can be in love with somebody, so you're blinded by love, right? Which is why I'm starting a clothing brand called Blindsided. Make sure y'all follow the Instagram. I'll put it right here. Before we get into the whole love thing, I want to go into deeper detail on Blindsided. Blindsided doesn't have a specific label. You know, I said blindsided because you can be blindsided by so many different things. People just be blindsided by just life. Like, you could be blind to certain knowledge. And I feel like you could be blindsided to a lot of different things. Like, there isn't one thing that you could be blindsided to, you know? And we will be having a drop soon, and I will be going ahead. I'll let you guys know when I do go ahead and drop. But just go ahead and follow that page and keep a lookout for that. Going back to love. When I say people are blindsided hindsight about love. Just because you love them doesn't mean they love you. And I had to learn that the hard way, sadly. It's easier said than done for someone to just be like, oh, just leave them then. Yeah, I wish I could. And when you see certain signs or when people make you feel certain ways, communication is key. And you can't let how your past relationship made you feel affect your next relationship. I'm not saying ignore red flags that you saw in past relationships that you know now could be a problem. I'm just saying you can't let that past relationship dictate your next relationship. Now, if you're seeing repeated patterns, yeah, maybe you should go ahead and fall back. But don't just fully fall back. Don't just cut that person off, because that person really could be the person for you. They just don't know that what they're doing is affecting you. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, and I'm guilty of it as well. I definitely did not used to communicate. Granted, I did just tell you that communication is everything, right? So personally, I'm gonna tell you what it is, what I don't like and what I do like, what I don't expect and what I do expect. I'm gonna let you know all of that from day one, which I definitely highly recommend everyone does. But everyone doesn't have the same type of love growing up. Every parenting is different. So you can't expect everyone to just love how you love. Now, a person who really wants to be with you should or will change the things that you say you don't like and fix it for you, you know? When it comes to personality and characteristic wise, you shouldn't expect anyone to change who they are as a person, but they can change their actions and they can accommodate to how they're making you feel. That should be something you guys both work on. You can't just say, hey, I don't like this, I need you to fix this, but then you turn around and you're not letting them fix it. You can't want but don't want to receive. It's just, it takes two. It takes two for a relationship. Long story short, I just think you really shouldn't hold grudges. You may twist, you may turn. You should never split, because if you split, then you basically giving up on a relationship. Once you give up on that person, you've given up on the relationship. That's all I have to say about that. Love is a very controversial topic, and everyone sees the topic of love differently. So, I mean, I just gave some real good advice, I personally feel like. And I mean, take it or don't. Y'all, hold on. It is currently 3:28. I have church in about 6 hours and 30 minutes. Y'all, I really want to get into fashion, and not no regular fashion. I want to be different. I don't like to follow the crowd, you know? Okay, let me tell y'all a little about me. I'm a very nonchalant, don't give a fuck what you got to say about me, do my own thing, don't follow the crowd, and just honestly, like, fuck the world type of person. That's just really who I am. And when it comes to being me, I'm very, very versatile. I feel like I can really pull off any style, or I can rock anything. And people love genuineness, you know what I mean? Or self-confidence. So honestly, like, people love me. And the people who don't like me, it's because they don't like that I'm real, raw, blunt, uncut, unfiltered, and just don't give a fuck. So I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, either you're gonna support me or you're just not. If I don't love myself, no one else is gonna love me or embrace me. So y'all, we got comfortable. I ain't gonna lie, I need to stretch. Let's talk about the time I first faced death. Oh, y'all was like, what the fuck? Y'all, my seat is cracking. Do any of y'all know how to, like, prevent this? It's just getting worse over time. So, like, yeah, let's really get into my lore. So the first time I faced death, it was my 13th birthday. An old friend who I used to be really, really close with had slept over or whatever, right? I thought this was something. That scared the shit out of me. So yeah, my homeboy, he was like, let's go to the basketball court. So we get the basketball, we start walking to the basketball court. It was only about a block over. We see a taxi way down the street. The taxi was nowhere near close. When I say it was up the street, it was up the street. So I walk across the street first. Like, my homeboy was like maybe about 5 steps behind me. And I just remember when I was in the middle of the street, it looked like the car was speeding up, but I thought maybe I was just tripping. That nigga was. So about a minute later, I turn around and the back of my homeboy's shoe, like the tire of the driver's side hit it. Like, it scraped right against it. Like, it was like a, like, I thought maybe I was just tweaking, but no. So as soon as that happens, he gets to going off. Yada, 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 right? So he's still walking across the street while he going off. I'm already across the street at this point. All I hear is skirt. When I tell y'all he had to be going like 80 miles per hour up a 20 miles per hour street, I damn near thought the car frame came off the wheels. That happens, and I turn around, and he put that damn car in reverse so quick. So the dude come back, he leans down, he grabbed the gun, he look out the window. I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all, he almost hit us. I'm still lost on the lore. I don't even know what the fuck going on for real. I just remember hearing footsteps take off. I did like a quick look back, and my homeboy, he's going. He's damn near hopping the fence like 30 feet away. I was stuck in, like, I was frozen. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, when I see him taking off, in my head, I'm gone. I'm ahead of him. Y'all, I'm at the basketball court already the way in my head. So he comes running back to me and he grabbed me. He like, Josh, come on. I finally like snap out of it. We both get to running. Like the car sped back off, right? At this point, we hopped the fence. Then we hopped another fence to get back from out their backyard. And I remember we creeped around to the basketball court. My homeboy still wanted to play basketball. I'm spooked because I'm like, what the fuck? I'm 13, my nigga. We get to the basketball court. The whole time we was there, I'm like, what if he spin back? So we at the basketball court, whatever, we playing. He never come back. We probably stayed there about an hour. He never spent back. Mind you, when we walking back to the house, we walked a different way. Like we walked all the way around like the other side of the block to get back to my house because I was like, I don't even want to go back that way. Okay, so going back really quickly, when we walking back from the other side of the block, you can see like the black streaks in the street. Like that's how hard he stand on brake. And I was like, what the fuck? Taxi driver trying to kill us with a car. Not only did he try to do a hit and run, he also pulled the gun out on 2 kids. Ooh, cool points for that, I guess. But so yeah, y'all, that was the lore of the first time that I felt fear of death. Y'all know one quality brand that I really like? Denim Tears. I love how their hoodies are so like heavyweight, but at the same time lightweight, if you know what I mean. I don't really know how to describe it. I just love the quality, the material. I just love everything about it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, when I first got this Green Day shirt, everyone always was like, not even when I first started wearing it, every time I wear it, everyone always be like, oh my gosh, what's your favorite song by Green Day? Or what's your favorite album? And I just be like, huh? Favorite song? I'd be so confused. Y'all, when I first bought it, I didn't even know it was a band. I just like how the hand was holding a heart grenade. I was like, oh shit, that's cool. I didn't know it was a band. One continent that I really want to visit is Africa. We have all these different countries in Africa. I really want to go to Egypt specifically though. But I also want to go to Jordan, and I also want to go to Saudi Arabia. I also want to go to the Philippines, Thailand, Tokyo. I want to go to the Maldives, Greece, Sweden. I also want to go to Switzerland. Like I want to just travel the world, and I want to go to as many countries as I can during my lifetime. But I want to go to like cool places. Like I want to go to Brazil. I want to experience Carnival, but in Brazil. And I also want to go to Trinidad. I want to experience Carnival in Trinidad. Okay, so y'all, honestly, my legs got tired of being up. They started going to sleep on me. Right now it is currently 4:02. So that means that I now have to be in church, be up for church in 5 hours. I really just want to go ahead and just like, you know, come talk with y'all, come chill with y'all, give y'all another update on life. And I appreciate all y'all who tuned in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video, turn on post notifications, and I will see y'all next video. Peace.